Alright guys, welcome back to another edition of Board Game Battles with my sister Marilena. So today we're gonna get into Seastead, and it involves basically being on these floating islands and building up your floating islands, gathering resources, getting the most victory points. You can see right here we have 4 different islands. Every island has certain sections, and bring this up and so you can see real quick. In the middle there you can see the resource. So this island has the middle resource of fish. And around that we have 6 different sections, and each sections you have different stars. From a single star all the way to 3 star. And then those are how many victory points you can earn in the game off of this one floating island. The resources go from fish to artifacts to metal to kelp. In the middle here we have resources that we're going to be grabbing whenever we build on these floating islands. Down here we have a bunch of specialists. Specialists are geared toward helping you with certain abilities when you're building up on these islands. So right here we have the, which one is this one? This is the agent. So the agent is when your opponent would swap demand tokens, you get to perform the swap instead or prevent the swap entirely. I like the artwork on the game. Over here you have the diving cards that whenever you take your dive action, you'll end up getting resources. So that is one way of grabbing resources along with the actions that you will get when you're on these individual islands. Over here we have cleanup tokens. These cleanup tokens are extra victory points at the end of the game. You can see the little stars. Anything you see with a star, this golden star, is always a victory point. Some of them have 3s, 2s, 1s, whatever. And then here we have the docks. We have 3 docks in the market that are available. Whenever you build a certain building on one of the islands, you'll be able to retrieve one of these docks. The ports are gonna enable you to claim the docks. Right here we have the player board. My player board is, as you can see, there's 3 different types of buildings. There are ports, there are the academies, and then there's a shipyard. Anytime you build a port on one of these islands, you will end up getting a dock and you can put a dock on the actual island. If you build an academy, you can get a specialist. You can claim one, and then if you build a shipyard, you can put these little boats, cool little meeple boats, out into play. These boats will actually give you discounts whenever you're building a building on the island. Every single island will have a requirement for the number of resources you need to spend. So let's take a look at this kelp one. See right here at the kelp? You can see right here, there's 3 and the 2. That is the number of resources that you need to spend. So if I wanted to build right here, a building right here, I have to spend 2 kelp in order to put a building there. If I put a building here, I had to spend 4 kelp in order to put a building there. Those are what the numbers in each one of these sections mean. These resources that are on the island, as you can see, they come right off. These resources can actually rotate. So there's abilities that you will get from your player board. And let's bring the player board back up again. As you can see, you got your row abilities and your column abilities. Whenever you end up clearing a column, you can activate the column ability. Whenever you end up clearing a row, you get the row ability. One of the abilities is to swap the resources from 2 different islands, so that way you can, if you're building on one, eventually you can end up swapping the resources to favor you on that particular island in order to build buildings on that island. There are a lot of things going on in this game. It's actually, I mean, this is one of those games that even though it's got it kind of easy for us to play, we're always forgetting something because we either forget the row or the column bonuses when you're clearing it from your player board, or we're forgetting one of the additional bonus abilities on the island. The additional bonus abilities on the island are located right here. This one right here, the bonus ability on the 5 spot, is to get 2 cleanup tokens. So every spot will have some kind of bonus ability. There's one other icon over here too, on that little building icon with a discount of 1. That means if you build a specific building on here that matches that same type, you can actually get a discount of 1. So if I put an academy here, it'll actually be only 1 as far as cost. And what you do is you go through the game building on these islands. Once one of these islands are filled with buildings, the game is done. It's over. Or when the last dive card in the last section of this deck is pulled, the game is over as well.
Or if a player only has 1 building left. On your turn, you choose 1 of 2 actions. Those being 1, you dive. So dive for a resource, meaning you take the top card, flip it over. But you both get resources. You see here, there's 2 sides to the card. I'm this side. Jim is that side. So when you dive, you give the other player resources as well. The other option is to build, as Jim already mentioned, building on one of these tiles. And then you can take additional actions with your ships. And your specialist as well.
All right, so let's get into it. We are 2-2 in our board game battles. Okay, so you are first. The way you find out who goes first in this game is you're going to end up picking one of the starter cards right here that Marilena she already showed you. One with the arrow is the player who goes first, and it came up with orange.
I get a fish and a kelp.
And I'm going to end up getting a metal and an artifact because fish and kelp was on that side, and metal and artifact was on my side. So now she's going to go ahead and go first. And what are you going to do? Are you going to dive, or are you going to build on the island?
I'm tempted to dive just to build up resources. I feel like I built the last time, and I ended up suffering with resources. So I'm going to go ahead and dive.
When you choose a dive card, you can choose whatever side you want.
And naturally, I'm going to choose the side with the 3 resources versus the 2.
So she's going to go... And then what you do is when you put the card that's chosen down, you want to put it so the side that's closest to the player that chose those resources...
And that's important too, because some of the specialists allow you to re-dive with the card that's face up. And I think one of these tiles also has that.
Yes,
one
here. One of the abilities in this game is to be able to take all of the resources on the card, or you can take the resources that you on your side of the last card that was up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to build over here. I'm going to build an academy. So I'm going to pull the academy right from my player board, which is this little meeple icon. And I'm going to put it right here because it's a discount of 1. So why not? So if it's a discount of 1, put that on there. So that 2 spot, it only cost me 1. So I'm going to pull one of these out. So now I get a specialist. So whenever you put an academy down, you can get a specialist. See what the captain offers. The captain offers, after you complete a dive action, resolve up to 2 ship movements. You may move 1 ship twice. Now, I remember that one. I don't want that one.
Yeah.
And then the trawler is, after you complete a build action, if you have no resource left in your reserve, take 1 resource of each type of the supply. Ooh, I like that one. So the specialist will end up coming to my side, and I'll put the specialist right over here on my side. And what happens is whenever you use a specialist, you flip them over and you can no longer use them again. Note over here on the right side of the card, there's a star, right? If you do not use a specialist, at the end of the game, that specialist, the star on that specialist is an extra victory point. But if you use that specialist, you flip it down, you will not get the victory point for that. So I'm going to put my trawler over here.
I'm going to go over here. It's a discount of 1. And again, these discount of 1 don't have any victory points. That's another thing to consider too later in the game.
Yes.
But I have to give up 1 fish. That's a port. So with port comes a dock. We have 3 options here. Both have artifacts. So you see in the middle there, it says for each artifact left at the end of the game, you can get a victory point. So that's something else to consider when you're choosing docks, in addition to the adjacent tiles.
And let's go ahead and explain the docks real quick. So let's go ahead and get into what these docks and the stars mean. So now you see right there, you see there's 4 different sections on that dock. There's a section, these 2 over here, and then there's the 2 on the other side. What that means is whenever you put a dock on an island, the section right next to it is this one right here, is the one on the bottom. The section on one side is here, and the section on the other side is here. The section over the furthest 2 spaces away is here, and then the other 2 spaces away is over here. So if I put a dock here, let's say I put a dock right here, right? This top right on this dock actually means here, because it's 2 spaces away. The one down here means here, and the one over here means here, and the one down here means here. Now there are victory points on that. So these victory points here mean whoever has a building in that sector right next to this section will get these number of victory points for each one of their buildings there. So this does not mean that when you put this down for yourself for your building here that you're getting the victory points for that. It's whoever has buildings on the sections next to this that will end up getting these victory points, not the person that puts the port down. So the resource in the middle here for your building, that means if you have a building with this dock on it, this particular dock says that at the end of the game, if you have any artifacts in your possession, there'll be 1 point each, up to 3 for each dock on the island.
I'll go ahead and grab this one. So now my objective is to get an academy here and here, and shipyards here and here to get those victory points.
Okay, and you also get your bonus ability. Don't forget that. You get a resource.
That's right. So I get to choose a resource, and it does have that not equal sign.
Is it not equals?
Yep. There's a
okay, yep.
So I cannot choose a fish. Well, I have artifact there on my dock. I don't have any artifacts, so I'm going to go ahead and get my artifact.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I have 2 artifacts here. I do have a metal. You know what? I think I'm going to go diving. let's go ahead and dive. Oh, okay, so we have a kelp and an artifact or a kelp and a metal for this card. So I'm going to go ahead and choose one of them, and I think I'm going to do the kelp and the artifact. So remember, the one I chose is always going to be over here. The one that Marilena chooses is over here. Always keep those in line.
Do an academy here. Give up my 2 iron. My resolve the tile means to get a resource that's not iron, so I'm going to go ahead and get... I guess I'll do an artifact. And then I get a specialist since I built an academy. So what's this? Spy. Choose a location that has one of your opponent's buildings and resolve that location effect as if you had just built that building.
Wow,
there.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and snag that.
That's the spy. That's delicious. All right, so we'll flip them another specialist. You're always going to have 3 specialists here. So as soon as you get done pulling one, then go ahead and grab another. Okay, so now it's my turn. You know, I think what I'm going to do, I think I might end up going over here. I don't know if it's a wise choice right now, but I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 metal. I'm going to build a shipyard, and I'm going to put it right here. It's the reason why it's only 1 is because this is 2, but it's got a discount tag of 1. That also allows me to trade in a resource for my bonus ability to get a cleanup token. I'm going to trade in my kelp, and I'm going to go ahead and grab a cleanup token right here. These are victory points at the end of the game. And I also get to put a ship out. Whenever you put a shipyard out, you have to put a ship out. You can put it on any single island that does not have a building. So, and it has to be the cheapest spot on the island. It cannot be, so I can't go over here on the artifacts or go into 6 and say, hey, now this 6 spot is now 5. Nope, whatever island you put your ship on, it has to be on the cheapest available spot on the island. Let's see, oh yeah, screw it, I'll go over there, why not? For the interest of time, let's go there and do that.
So then I can build there, and it's a discount of 1 for me, and I have an artifact.
But if the other player uses your ship for the discount in a spot, I get to choose any resource that I want from the supply player.
And then you get to move your ship.
Yes.
Which you'll probably move it here then.
Exactly.
And use 2 of your artifacts
and that's part
discount that.
Exactly. And that's part of the strategy, is that whenever somebody builds and uses that discount from your ship, you can immediately move your ship somewhere else, in which case then she can end up moving. I can end up getting this 3 spot instead.
All right.
I think you're getting greedy. You just want a whole bunch of resources right now, Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to do kelp and fish.
So you're doing kelp and fish, so I'm doing what? Fish and metal. Okay, so fish and metal for me. Remember that every time you dive and get resources, your opponent will always get resources. They're going to get the ones that you don't choose. Okay, so you're done. So you did a dive. So I'm getting greedy too. I'm hoping. Please give me what I want. Yes! Yes! That's what I wanted. I wanted 2 artifacts. There you go. So 2 artifacts, and the other person gets a choice of any one of any.
Alright, I'm going to choose fish.
And I'm going to do 2 artifacts. Alright, now it's your turn.
Okay, well now that helped me because I have enough.
Well, where are you going?
I'm going to go here, obviously, with my fish and my dock to try to get...
Oh, yeah.
You see?
I see. I see.
You see?
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to build my shipyard here, put my ship out.
Okay,
I always forget to place my ships, so I'm going to put that there to remind myself to do that.
Okay.
Am I going to resolve? Yeah, I might as well, I guess.
Oh, are you getting this bonus ability? This bonus ability is swap out any 2 for any other 2.
Yeah, I'm like, do I want to?
Oh, I would. Hell yeah. I mean, look at all that kelp you got going on.
That's what I'm thinking. Trade 2 kelp for 2 fish.
Oh, you're going to do that? No, you can't do that because you got to build first. Oh, no. Did you already spend? You already spent. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I already spent my fish.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
No, I didn't. I don't think it is.
Did you spend your fish on that?
I did.
Yeah, exactly. So now that you spent the 2 fish, now is that a smart decision to put your 2 kelp in? I probably would. So you had 2 kelp. You just threw those in there, right? I would probably do your bonus. If you're going to do it, I'll get rid of those 2 artifacts. Then you have 6 kelp. Why am I helping you out?
I don't know.
Why am I helping you out?
But there's nothing going on over here yet. Like,
it doesn't matter. You can build on a 6 spot. You can build on a 6 spot immediately and get 3 points at the end of the game.
That's true. I could.
And then this star gives you what? The star gives you everything on that card.
You convinced me.
Yeah, see, I shouldn't be helping you. Now watch, you're gonna destroy me.
Now I get to place my ship. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it over here with iron because nothing's really going on over there. Get my column bonus.
Oh, you got column. Okay, so she got column bonus. And this is the part we say it's always difficult to remember. There's so many things going on. You got bonus stuff here. You got this here. You got columns and rows that get cleared. So she forgot about the column bonus. Go ahead. Implement your column bonus. What are you going to do? Oh, are you serious? Wow. See, if I didn't tell you about the kelp, now
this becomes locked, right?
And then
this is unlocked.
Yeah, and that's unlocked. Okay, awesome. All right, so now it's my turn. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Okay, so I'm gonna build a port. I think instead of diving again, I'm not gonna bother diving. I'm just gonna spend my 5 artifacts. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna build a port. And where am I gonna go? And this is, well, it's 5, so I have to go there. Get 2 cleanup tokens for a bonus token for the bonus ability. That's awesome. So now I have 3 cleanup tokens. I get to choose one of these dots.
Obviously, you're gonna choose one that has an academy 2 spaces away.
Exactly. I want academy 2 spaces. And look, and there's not a single one that has that. Unbelievable.
Except for that one.
Except for this one.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
And in the left column, I mean, this one does too, but it's on the wrong side.
All right, so I got to use that. I mean, obviously, it would give me 1, so that means I got to build around, everywhere else. But look, there's an empty space on that one. So that's good. We both have the artifact ones. Oh, my column bonus. Ha
You
ha
can't
ha
move my
ha.
kelp because it's locked.
Oh, that's true. I can't move that. You're lucky because of that. I think I'm going to move the metal and artifacts. Okay, now, and then I'll lock the metal again. So kelp now becomes unlocked.
Could go for the 6th spot and put the shipyard there and get 2 victory points.
Well, yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. I mean,
right,
6 spots are worth 3 victory points at the end of the game.
Take all my 6 kelp. I'm going to build my shipyard here.
Oh, you're doing a shipyard. Okay, I got you.
Because I gotta, because that's what gives me the 2 victory points.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So put my ship out or in my hand, so don't forget to do that. This is, I get all of the supply on the dive card. So that action is you may take all of the resources indicated by the revealed dive card from the supply.
Yes. So the icon she's talking about, the bonus ability, is that star right there. That star of the card tells you can get everything off that dive card, and that one has it right there. So
2 resources, 2 artifacts, and one of my choice.
What are you doing now? Oh,
I had to pick one.
Oh, okay.
And I was deciding. So now I get to place my ship.
You could go here technically too, because you can't put it. You can't put it where another ship is. So this allows you to move it over, or you can do it over there as well.
Yeah, but I don't have any metal, so I'm not gonna help you. So I think I'll just throw it here. Well, that's a tasty one though. I don't want to entice you to build there. You don't have any kelp.
Oh, but that's actually really good because then you get a shit ton of resources. So if you put it here, you can activate that to get all the resources from that card.
Yeah,
again.
but I gotta get more kelp. That's my problem. And then if I don't get kelp,
again, if I put something there, you're done.
But you don't have kelp, so at this moment, this is not
okay. But you don't have enough to build there either yet. And I think I'm gonna go diving because I need resources. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get a 2 kelp.
Oh, look at that! Just what you needed.
Yep. I'm gonna grab the 2 kelp. There we go. And you get 1 of anything.
I'm obviously gonna go for the kelp.
Okay. So what are you doing now?
All right. Well, I'm gonna build here. So I need to build.
But you need 2, right? You need 2 kelp.
And I have 2 kelp.
Okay.
I just picked it up. And I need to build an academy to get my extra bonus there. All right. So when you build something that has a ship, you have to move your ship, which is something we forget to do. And I also get a specialist. Let me go ahead and pick a specialist.
And what do we got? We have Agent, Captain, and what Genius? What's Genius? Read that one out.
Use a specialist card in the display and use its ability as if you own that card. This does not exhaust the card.
That card. Yeah.
Yeah, that card, sorry.
They will exhaust your Genius. Flip up another specialist there. We got the dealer that just popped up.
And then the other ability, which again, that is, you may resolve effect of a location that's...
So you're going to resolve that one.
I'm going to resolve this one.
But now it's changed. So you don't get all the goodies that you got before.
But I get 2 kelp.
You get 2 kelp and one of anything, yeah. Oh, God.
I'm going to grab an artifact.
You always kill me with that. The first game we played, you killed me with that stupid bonus.
I know.
You're like, I know.
Well, I was on this, and then I had this too.
Like,
and
don't,
I was like,
don't cry, brother. Don't cry. I know.
Yeah, I guess I'll grab an artifact so I can build over here, which I don't need it. I guess I'll just do a fish.
Oh, you're going to fight me over there now for that?
Now I have to place my ship back.
Yes, but so you got
to put it in my hand for a reason.
So you got to put it someplace that's available. You can't. So you can only go to one of these 2 spots on that island. And now this island is almost complete. So once this gets complete, that will be a game trigger end.
So I could go over here since I have fish. I could also go over here since I have artifacts.
God, you have a ton of resources over there. It's so messed up.
Because of this.
I know.
And then my specialist lets me resolve that again anytime to do that again.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'm going to go over here to fish. I don't know why.
I think the cheapest though here would be here. If you resolve the victory point stuff. because they're both
But
two.
they're both two, so.
But they're both two. But this I think is valued more because of the victory point. Do you want to go there?
I guess so. Yeah, I want to go to that.
Well, that will cost nothing.
I want to go to that island.
That will cost nothing to build a port there, if you build a port. Wow, that was, that one made me sad. You got a lot of stuff off of that one. Okay, so what I have 2 kelp, I have a metal, and I have a fish. I don't have any resources. And this one I can't really build off to,
Well, this costs nothing, remember?
That, yeah, but then you'll also get
to move my ship.
And you get the free resource too. I think I'll give you the resource for that. So I'll put a port. It cost me nothing after the 2. There's 2 discounts. So she had a ship here, and there's also the tag for the discount. So it cost me nothing to put a port there. And then I get any resource from the bonus ability that is not a fish.
And then I get one too, right?
Gee.
I get anything that, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do kelp.
You want me to do kelp too? Oh my god.
So you know where I'm going.
Yeah. All right. So I get a dock. Oh, you know what? We still have You're always supposed to have 3 docks up here. I know that's one thing we forget is to flip it. Choose the metal one. Why not? Because that's a chance for you to get less victory points because it has an open space.
And then I get to move my ship.
You get to move your ship because I built there. So are you gonna stick on the same island or are you gonna go somewhere else? Okay, you're gonna go over the next spot. All right, what you doing?
All right, well, I'm gonna take my 5 kelp and build on the 5 kelp.
Yeah. Good lord. Good lord.
Now, do I want to build a port?
And again, you're getting more resources. You're getting 2 more resources that are not kelp. Oh god. I wonder what you're gonna get.
I think I want to do a port because then I have a shipyard and an academy. So these 2 would work, right? Let me see. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. So this gets me
that works.
And this,
that works. That works.
And gets me this.
That works. Yeah. Wow. Wow. You got so lucky. That's a perfect piece. The perfect piece came up. All right. Get your 2 resources
that aren't kelp. So I guess I have to go with fish.
All right.
Because I have to move, or I can do artifacts. I will do. Right. I can get 1 fish and 1 artifact, right? I can do that.
You can do 1-on-1 if you want to.
But
do that. It just says anything that's not kelp is what you can.
Because I already have 2. There we go. Now I have 3 and 3, and I can switch if I want to switch.
Well, are you gonna switch? I don't think you want to. It sounds like it's set up perfectly for you. Let's see. What am I gonna do? I mean, you are absolutely thoroughly thrashing me right now. I got to do something here because this is not good. All right, so let's flip up another dock here. I want to see are there any docks that match what I have going on here. Oh, but I don't even have metals. Oh my god, I have no metals. See, I'm stuck doing diving because I don't have anything. I don't have any resources. I'm dying here. Oh man. Okay, let's dive. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. That was the worst decision I ever made. It gave me crap. I think I'm gonna do the kelp and the artifact.
I get artifact and fish.
Yeah. Okay, you're up.
Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna build here because I can get. So I want to build.
No, you're gonna get nothing. That's why I chose that because there was an empty spot right there.
And I can't build anywhere else.
I mean, please do. I mean, go ahead and build if you'd like.
I'll do 2 artifacts for here. It's just gonna 1 with my ship.
Mm-hmm. What are you building though?
I'm actually gonna build an academy.
Okay.
Because I like this one.
Oh, you like the dealer? So
yeah.
I was gonna go for the dealer too, but of course, you have to swoop in and grab it to totally crush me.
And then I can use 1 of my fish to get 2 different ones.
If you use your dealer's ability.
No, I'm resolving my.
Oh, no, I'm saying, okay. I thought you weren't because you already built. I got you.
Actually, I'm just gonna take 1 of my artifacts and get 2 more fish. No, actually, my ship was here, so I don't need to move it because I went here instead.
Besides crying, I don't know what I want to do here. Let's go. I think I got to start building. I got to do something to get something going because you are thoroughly thrashing me. So here I have a broker, which is take any 1 resource from the supply for each port you built. You cannot take more than 1 resource of each type this way. I don't know if I want. Yeah, I need a port. And that thing is locked, which sucks so bad because I can't do a swap on that. I have to swap one of the other ones. I think I'm gonna go here. I have to. I know you're gonna get a resource. But I need a specialist. So that cost me 1 only because you're a ship of a discount. And then this is what 1 fish goes in here. I can swap out 2 of my resources for any other 2 based on and I'm gonna swap out my 2 kelp because they're driving me insane. I'm gonna get 2 artifacts instead, and then after that, so I put an artifact. I put an academy. So now I can get myself. I'm thinking about grabbing this broker. I'm hoping this broker comes in handy later on.
And then I get to move my ship. I'm gonna put it there. Are you ready to cry?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna use my dealer that says when building at a 4+ cost location, you may use a resource type that does not match.
Okay.
I'm going to build here at a discount of 3 with my 3 fish. You see what I'm doing here? I'm going to end the game.
All right, you're going to end the game. You're going to try to wreck me.
So
okay,
that
I
one's
gotcha.
done.
I gotcha.
So I get to build there.
My goodness, this is like I got.
I'm going to build a port.
Okay.
So I haven't even looked at the ports as if I get lucky. Well, then I get my half of the card, which was artifact and fish. And let's see if I can find a port that matches what I got. That matches that shipyard. That matches that shipyard and the academy and that shipyard. So that's good. I'm going there. And then if I really want to rack up the bonus points, I'm going to use another specialist because it says choose a location that has your opponent's building and resolve it. So I can get more bonus points versus just the one that's on this card. I do like this one because it gives me 2 cleanup tokens. So I get 2 additional ones there.
You went first though, right?
Yeah.
And I think I get one last turn because it says you finish
you finish out this.
Yeah. So whenever the game end trigger happens, you're going to finish the turn so it's equal turns. So she filled up this whole entire island. So now it's game end. I get one last turn because she went first. No, I think I should get one additional turn after. Because I remember that in the rules.
Yeah,
last time,
that messed me up the last time.
Yeah, the last time we played, that messed you up. I can't do anything.
You can just build here.
Can't. I need 5. I'm not going to get any extra bonus points, though. So it'll cost me 2 artifacts to go there. I'm going to build a shipyard here. I can take 2 of my tokens, which I'm going to take these 2 kelp. I'm going to turn them back in. I'm going to grab cleanup tokens. And then I get a ship. So I get to put a ship somewhere. It doesn't really matter, but let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put it over here as the second cheapest because we only get one more turn, but there is a column bonus, and I get to swap the resources if I want to, and I'm not, because it's not going to benefit me, because I can't. So anyway, that's it. I am done.
I'm going to go either, obviously here or here. That, again, has that tasty resolution.
Yeah, you really like this spot. You like the one that you can activate your other spot.
Yeah, because I mean, this is tasty. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and build there because then I can do that again.
Okay. All right. Well, you don't have to overkill it. I mean, you've already won.
I'm just going to, rub it in. Like, I'm not going to build another ship. I'm not going to build another ship.
I'm just going to rub it in. I'm going to destroy you thoroughly, brother.
I'm going to build an academy because then that gets me a specialist with an extra victory point. So it doesn't really matter which one I grab, but I'm just going to grab one.
Fine.
And then I'm going to resolve this location to get everything that's on the card.
Oh, of course. Oh, God, I hate that. That's how you beat me the first game.
Yeah, I got those like 5 times in a row. It was great.
Oh, my God. I knew when I won the second game and the video didn't go well and we had to do it again, I knew you were going to come back and beat me on the retake. This is the last turn. This is it. And then we got to tally up points. And I know already, she already beat me. It's game over already. I can't even build anything. This is how bad this is. Can I? No, there's like no place I can build. I can't build a single thing because everything's too expensive for what I have. So I'm just going to die. That's all I can do and try to get resources. What ports do I have? I have this one. Oh, that's an iron. All right, I'll take the iron and you get the other 3. So I get 2 iron here because I want to maximize my port off the dock. And you get what? You get an artifact, a kelp, and a fish. And that's it. Game over.
Yeah, but I need... There you go.
Game over. We got to tally it. So we're going to go ahead and tally the points now and see who won. I already know who won, but let's do it. After tallying this all up, my sister ended up destroying me. So there you go. You get the sheet when you have to tally up your scores, and there's 35 to 17. She ended up crushing me in this game. She beat me 2 games out of the 3 we played in this.
Yeah, and I like it because it looks very simple, but once you like incorporate the docks and having to plan your buildings to align with those docks, so I don't think we'll play it, but if you look at this, I basically got, 13 total points on just these victory points in these tiles. Then we added all the victory points I got in here. So it was 13 plus 9 victory points for each of my buildings here. Mm-hmm. I got, 22 points on this tile alone.
This is the biggest reason why she won. Because I kind of went over here and over here. And I ran into resource problems. And I did not play smart. I started diving. In this game, if you dive too much and you don't start building to get specialists and something to get some kind of momentum going, you're going to suffer and you're going to lose really badly. And that's what I did. And she didn't do that. She kind of went over here. She started getting these resources and collecting a bunch of resources. And it just, building this up gave her a ton of points.
It was the docks, yeah. And then I got another thing to think about with the docks, which was I've come to learn, it's the docks and the buildings that you use. But you get, again, when you match your resources, you get a max of 3. So I had 3 there in my pile, and then I had another dock over here with an artifact, so that gave me 5 additional bonus points. So I got 27 of my 35 points just on this flotilla.
Exactly. And if you didn't have that, then it could have been a totally different game.
Yes.
Like if I actually had started building over here, and that's another thing that I did wrong, is I avoided the kelp for some reason. I don't know why, but I should have started going more into kelp and started, well, actually, this was a different. I think this was a different resource before. But anyway, whatever resource this island was, I should have started building on this island with you.
Especially once I started getting the dock points.
Exactly, and I didn't do that, and that was stupid. But if I started doing that, and that's one thing you have to realize in this game is when you start doing that, if you start building up here, then that might cause your opponent to shy away from that island. Like if I built 2 buildings there, you may have been, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna build anymore here.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go somewhere else, and that will then change the game.
And then I triggered game end, which I did the second game where Jim won.
Yeah.
But I did it too early. One, I forgot the rule that you finish a turn and then do another turn, and then I didn't calculate my points enough, and he had a lot of cleanup tokens in that game.
Yeah. And
I didn't realize that he had. I think I did kind of outweigh you a little bit in victory points on the board, but he had a bunch of cleanup tokens that I didn't factor in.
You definitely have to factor the cleanup tokens because they can be a big impact. So if somebody ends up racking up like 20 of these, then that could be a problem. But yeah, so my biggest mistake is I avoided this island, which was a big no-no. If I started building there, I know she would have went someplace else. And actually, that ends up extending the game because you're not going to have the game end on whenever this island gets filled, because it's not going to get filled, right? We're going to end up going to other islands and start building up there. So it extends it, and then eventually one of them gets filled. But she noticed that I wasn't building there at all. And I was trying to stay away from this island later because I made the mistake of not building there. And I didn't want the game to end. So
I didn't have the dealer card that made me use my 4 fish to get this, this game would still be going.
Yes,
but
exactly.
I got lucky that specialist card came up.
Yeah, and you got lucky that the damn dock that came up was exactly the right fit for your buildings.
Yep.
That was just silly.
So don't underestimate the docks, and your ships can help strategize as well. The tiles with the white circle, that's really awesome too.
Yeah, Seastead it's actually a really good game. I like it a lot. When we have played it a lot, I like there's definitely a lot of strategy into it. But if you make a mistake like I did in this game, you're gonna suffer. That's the only thing. There's no real rebounding. But that's it, Seastead. It's actually based off of the Flotilla universe. Really cool. I highly recommend. If you're into 2-player games, go grab it. We will see you guys on the next board game battles. And now Marilena is up 3 games to 2. Wow.
I need to savor this. I'm actually beating you.
You do really well in the resource. Any games that have these resources, but we're not always going to play these resources games. Eventually, you're going to get to card combo games. Let's go. We'll see you guys later.